I'm a firm believer that the next wave of growth, next wave of employment, next wave of wealth creation will come from startups. Intent of the government of Telangana is very clear. We would like to foster innovation, create a culture of innovation among our youngsters, come out with as many services, as many products as possible which are truly global in nature. And I do believe that Indian youngsters, and this facility is not just for youngsters from Telangana. Of course, we will have lots of Telangana youngsters, but it is also open to anybody from India who would want to come in and innovate and incubate and incorporate. We know in 2014 when our government came into office, there were about 200 plus startups. Now we have more than 6,000 startups in Hyderabad. Our ambition is to, in fact, just from this innovation campus, to be able to incubate nearly 20,000 startups over the next 5 years. Hopefully, with lots and lots of youngsters joining us and lots of youngsters being enthused, we'll be able to come out with, like I said, truly competitive global solutions. But most importantly, I believe that next wave of employment, next wave of enterprise can also be created and can also be curated from Telangana. Competition, of course, is today global. It can't be a competition between different states. It has to be across different continents and different countries. So I believe with the kind of infrastructure, with the kind of regulatory framework, with the kind of funding support, I think Hyderabad is in good shape. Government is an enabler and government is a force multiplier when it comes to innovation in Telangana. We've always been at the forefront in terms of supporting our youngsters. I'm a firm believer that the next wave of growth, next wave of employment, next wave of wealth creation will come from startups. And today if you look around the world, I think India's biggest advantage is its demographic, especially the large young population. And I'm a firm believer that this is what the focus on these guys, the focus on their thinking abilities is what India will really have to harness, and that is where Telangana has to be at the forefront and epicenter. $20,000 startups over the next 5 years being incubated from this facility. Right now we have the ability to, at one single point of time, have 2,000 plus startups work under one single roof. Like I said, this is the world's largest, and to India's credit, to Telangana's credit, this is going to be putting us in the world innovation map. And I do believe very strongly that with more and more capital flowing in, I think India will become the epicenter for innovation.
The intent of everything we do is how do we make our programs very sharply outcome oriented, right? We have a simple framework, we call it 6 M's and 2 P's, which is what are the 6 M's? The 6 M's are about access to money, markets, mentors, motivation, mindset, and of course manpower, talent, which you need. The 2 P's are partnerships and policy support. So what we are trying to do is to make sure that every one of our programs has a piece where directly we know by what is it that we are helping a startup with these factors.